Hi folks, it's me Ferrets here, and today I'll be giving my opinion on a popular topic of discussion here on Animal Jam. Does age matter playing Animal Jam? And I wanted to give my opinion on this for a while, and I've been asked a few times about it, so finally, here is my opinion.
You're the one that I want. You, everything that I want. Blue, 내가 텐내는 blue. 뭐든 기다려.
Yes and no. If you don't know, Animal Jam is a kids game made for the ages 5 to 13. Well, at least that's what the age ranges were when I joined. I joined when I was pre-turning 4. Yes, I did have a great childhood, a balance of games and outdoors. I just got to play games early because my mum or dad would watch over me and play with me because they thought Animal Jam would help me learn. And let me tell you, it did actually help me with typing, writing, reading, and also develop my love of animals, which caused me to want to be a vet at such a young age. But there was a downside for this supposed safe place. The topic many adults or older players discussed were quite inappropriate and should never be discussed in what's meant to be a safe place for children. Now, I know you may say, I can talk about whatever I want, not my fault if a child hears it. But it is your fault. You are knowingly playing a children's game where there are impressionable young kids hearing about these heavy topics. I know the community is older now on Animal Jam Classic, but I still help out a fair bunch of new jammers on there who are young kids like I was. The community on Animal Jam is quite different, though the majority are young kids like it was once on Animal Jam Classic. I feel like you can't really be too young or too old. A lot of people say the older players are the ones that are doing bad stuff to kids. Well, I know a heap of adults who wouldn't do that. Any normal person would not do horrible stuff to children. Adults know their responsibility when playing a game for kids. They shouldn't engage in any type of conversation where it could lead to something else, and if they do try to start up a not so great conversation, then they are the problem. It's just a problem with the silent minority, as many people call it. There may only be one bad apple in a basket, but can really set the tone for the basket of apples. Adults in the community are fine. A lot of them do abide by the Animal Jam rules and help bring up our community. They also help defend and protect kids. Unfortunately, there are some disgusting players who should have been banned before they could even go near the children on this game. A lot of adult players just want to relieve their childhood, rewind after work, or may have a hyperfixation on the game, which is completely fine. I have a lot of friends who are adults, and they've helped stand up for me when I couldn't have. It's sad that what was meant to be a safe, educational place for kids has turned into what it is though. At times, the community can be toxic and bully-filled, and is also divided a lot. Which is why I feel like the most social media a young Animal Jam player should have is a YouTube channel that is set or made for kids. To add to my point, I don't think anyone younger than 3 or 4 should be playing Animal Jam, but if they do end up playing Animal Jam, they should definitely have an adult with them to watch. I asked my friends and followers a few questions on Instagram. These questions were, what are your opinions of a 4-year-old playing Animal Jam with a parent? What ages is suited for Animal Jam? Are you comfortable letting a child play Animal Jam with others? Do you think there should be an age limit on Animal Jam? Do you think 20 plus is too old for Animal Jam? Advice for a parent letting a kid on Animal Jam, and do you have any advice for a child on the game? Most people said that as long as there is a parent monitoring their child, it's okay for a 4-year-old to play. I personally think this differs for each game and depends on what you're doing. I don't think either games a child should really get into the trading system, as there are a lot of scams and can cause sadness. But if you're playing a minigame or adventures, then it's totally okay. On Animal Jam, as stated earlier, there are a lot of kids playing the game because it's a mobile game, which is more accessible. A 4-year-old would be most likely fine playing Animal Jam, even unmonitored, though not advised. But on Classic, they would definitely have to be monitored and looked over more carefully because due to it being a larger community, it has more bad people. For the next question, what ages Animal Jam is suited for, most people said that Animal Jam is targeted for kids anywhere between 7 to 12, but suitable for a younger or teen audience. I personally stopped agreeing there because the game was obviously made to suit a younger audience, 5 to 12 per se, but many teens and adults play it. One friend of mine, who I will not name for their privacy, said that 5 is the perfect age for Animal Jam, and I have to agree. It truly is. A lot of my friends are older than the age range, and that's fine. It's suitable for everyone. If the game was rated on the ESRB rating system, it would meet the requirements of everyone or everyone 10 plus. Are you comfortable letting a child play it with older players? Many said they would feel unsure and a bit uneasy due to the current and past situations, but would feel better if they were monitored. And they also said it would be fine as long as they don't do anything bad or unsafe. Just set boundaries and rules and enforce them. Should there be an age limit on the game? This question got mixed responses. While many agreed, many also disagreed. I believe it would be impractical and would encourage more predators on the game, due to it making it clear there are young kids in this place. Though restricting the access to the game or even chat filters for younger kids around the age of 4 would be a smart idea on Animal Jam's behalf. Do you think 20 plus is too old for Animal Jam? Nearly everyone replied as long as they don't have a history of inappropriate interactions with children, then they would be fine with a person 20 plus playing the game. I don't think it is too old and agree with the statement that they are fine on the game as long as they don't have a history of inappropriate behaviour. As well as that, having a stricter yet looser chat would be very helpful. I mean, unbanning fine and completely unharmful words like uwu, owo, and quack. But ban inappropriate words or words that bypass their chat system. Advice for a parent letting a kid on Animal Jam: the advice people gave is check up on your child, block players who you know are unsafe or toxic, teach them some basic e-safety tips and about cyberbullies, and get them to talk to you. Talk to them if you notice they're acting strange or different. I recommend you also try to take an interest in the games, so it shows to your child that you love the game as much as they do. Playing games with kids can seriously make them feel more comfortable with their guardian and also feel like they can come talk to their guardian if something's wrong. And do you have any advice for a child on the game? The advice people gave was very helpful and things I followed as a kid. Talk to adults if something is wrong. Absolutely never share your information that is personal on the internet. Change your password a lot. Don't trust everyone you meet online, especially if they're being lovey-dovey with you. No Animal Jam worth, even if it's basic worth. Don't download random things. Free membership generators don't work, and if you aren't sure or want to be extra safe, read through the Animal Jam rules and also take the safety quiz that Animal Jam has on Animal Jam Classic. The report and block button is there for a reason, and just remember to have fun. All in all, I feel as though both older and younger players can play Animal Jam. It's fine to be in high school or even college playing Animal Jam, or just starting kindergarten and playing, because the main purpose of the game is to have fun and learn about animals, which doesn't really have an age restriction. As long as you are abiding by all the rules, staying aware that what you say may have a negative impact on someone, then it is fine to play Animal Jam at any age. Your time on Animal Jam should not have an expiry date. And you shouldn't feel pressured to quit because you're older than the targeted age range. I hope you enjoyed or found this video interesting. I wanted to briefly talk about children playing Animal Jam because I've been noticing a lot of toxicity towards kids on here recently, and I feel like everyone needs to take a breath and realize this is a kids game, so naturally there will be kids on it. If you didn't expect a child to be playing a game that is made for children, maybe you're the issue. Thank you for watching, stay safe, stay hydrated, follow my Instagram at Ferrets_AJ, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye kids!